Welcome to Your Inner Advocate, a podcast by Kimmin Peterson, formerly Conversations with Kimmin. This podcast is a space for inspiration, soulful insights, and meaningful life lessons. Your host, Kimmin Peterson, draws from personal stories and powerful conversations with remarkable people to help illuminate your path. These episodes reflect his lived experiences and thoughtful perspectives, all aimed at encouraging you to live life with greater authenticity, joy, and ease. Your Inner Advocate is here to help you tune in, trust your inner wisdom, and move through life with more clarity, flow, and fulfillment.
Welcome back. So I'm about to tell you a story that could rewrite everything you've been telling about yourself. If you've been questioning yourself, if you've been doubting yourself, if you're feeling discouraged or feeling behind, this is your sign. There is one truth, one powerful perspective-changing truth. And this might change everything for you. The truth is, you have never been this version of yourself before. And that means the story's not over, not even close. In fact, this chapter might be the one that reveals everything you've been built for. So why is this version of you different? Well, let's break this open. You are not who you were a year ago. You're not even who you were 6 months ago. You're not even who you were 1 week ago. Every single experience that you've been through has changed you. Every challenge that you've overcome has shaped you. And every heartbreak has carved a new space for more courage. You're actually not repeating old patterns. You're meeting old patterns with new strength. And let me say this again because it really matters. You're not the same person who struggled last time. So the idea, why would this idea be in your head? Why would you have the thought that I might not make it this time? How do you know? Because you have never been this version of yourself before. This version today is stronger. It's wiser. It's louder. It's braver. This version has seen so many things, survived incredible things, learned things. And all that really does matter. You see, if you've hit bottom and you're on your way back up, you're not starting over. We're never starting over. Not from nothing. We're starting over from experience. What if everything that you've been through is on purpose? What if everything was actually designed to teach you, to move you forward, to build strength, to build wisdom? What if it's all on purpose? You know, everything that didn't work out was actually working out for you. Maybe not exactly the way you were hoping or you were expecting, but maybe it was working out to help you elevate to this version of you. The version that can step through the door. Now there's this quote that you won't be able to open that door until you become the version of yourself that can open that door. So think about it. Everything you've overcome has built a new level of strength. If you're a runner or you're a weightlifter, you know that it's the workouts that build the power and strength. And there would have been a time when you could barely lift anything near what you can now, or you could barely run any of the speed you can now. There'd be a time when your mental strength wasn't quite there to keep pushing through the pain of a race. But after going through race after race and experiencing it and still pushing, you started to realize that you could still push, even through that intensity. So maybe you were meant to come in second or third or fourth, to build the strength so that you could come in first. Like I was saying, everything you have overcome has built a new level of strength. And here's the first truth. Everything, like you said, everything you've overcome has created a new level of strength, resilience, and determination. Like, if you sit and look at all the things that you feel like you've failed, you're gonna have this impression that you're fragile. But if you really sat down and thought about it, because anything that you've failed, any injuries you've been through, you made your way through it, and you started again, and you're still here, and you're still going. So you're not fragile, you're forged. All this adversity forged you. Tell you this parable I heard a long time ago. The parable, which is really, it's kind of funny. It's a Zen Buddhist parable. And it kind of blows my mind that a Zen Buddhist parable would be about making a sword. But Zen Buddhists, right? So they say, how do you make a fine weapon or a fine tool or a fine instrument? And you take this steel and you heat it till it's white hot and you beat it down. And then you heat it and you fold it and you beat it. And every time you beat it down, every time you heat it up, every intense moment it goes through makes it stronger and stronger and stronger till it can be the steel that would be for the finest weapon or the finest tool or the finest instrument. So what if everything you were going down was just like that? Heating you white hot, beating you down over and over and over. And every time it's done again, you become better and better and better. And through all these things, you've actually learned how to keep going on the days when your heart was heavy. You learn how to stand again after things you never imagined knocked you down. And I've seen so many people that I work with that honestly, I don't know how they stand back up. I don't know for sure that I could. I hope I could. Like, these human beings are so inspiring. And the truth is, you didn't just survive, you actually evolved. I look at particularly one of my patients who's developed this incredible ability to reframe, to take all the pain, all the anguish, all the frustration, and turn it into lessons, into resilience, into overcoming. I want you to think about every single storm that you walk through. Not in order to relive the pain, but to recognize the strength it took to make it through. And we downplay our accomplishments. Like, what would you say to your closest friend who did the same? What do you say to your amazing friends? What do you say to them when they're going through it? What do you say when they're walking into it? Say that to yourself. See, that strength didn't disappear. It didn't fade. It became a part of you. It forged you. You are only standing here today because older versions of yourself never gave up. It's time to honor them. They fought the battle so you could become this version. Make them proud. Think about it. Everything you have learned has given you a new way of looking at things, a new vision. This is the second truth. Everything you've learned has given you a new perspective, clearer vision, and a deeper sense of who you are. A sense that you would never have unless you went through the moments and you overcame them. The truth is, like they say, the person you won't be the same person who walked into the storm, because that's actually what the storm's about. It wasn't there to break you. It's there to make you. And now you see differently now. You see, not because life got easier, because it's probably just as hard, but because you got clearer, because you understood what you were capable of. You understand patterns. You understand people, and now you're starting to understand yourself. Your instincts are sharper. Your boundaries are stronger. Your awareness is wiser. You're starting from clarity, not from confusion. And that alone will change the whole game. And this is the most important thing. When you dust off from the fall and you get ready to pick yourself up and get out there again, you're not starting over. You're starting from experience. Because the truth is, and this one is huge, every time you failed, you learned. So you're not actually starting over. You're starting from experience. You're starting from lessons. You're starting from wisdom. You're starting from a new emotional intelligence. And you're starting from lived truth. You don't have to go all the way back to square one. And maybe you will go back to square one physically, but mentally and emotionally, you're way, way, way further down the path. And the truth is, starting over feels scary, especially when you forget what you've already learned. Especially the fact that you were able to get back up and start again. That's the fear. And there's also the fear in the back that what if it happens again? The only truth in life is change. This too will pass. You're not starting from the same. If your body healed, typically your body will heal stronger in the areas that were damaged than before. You're not at the bottom. You're at a beginning, but it's not the same beginning. But the truth is, beginnings are powerful. Because now you know what didn't work out. You know what your heart needs. And you know what you refuse to tolerate again. This is not a repeat. This is a rise. What if the version of you today is built for your purpose? What if everything you went through was forging you for your purpose? That dream you have? The reason you get up every day and you do what you do and you move forward, especially on the tough days. Here's the truth nobody says enough. Everything you've gone through has created the version of you that exists right now. Everything. And this version of you, the one you're standing in right now, is literally designed for your purpose. You know, do you think if you went and asked God, the universe, or life, you say, I want to be strong. Do you think they would go, poof, you're strong? No. What they would do is they put you through situations to build strength. If I want to be resilient, universe, life, God, I want to be resilient. Do you think, poof, you're resilient? No. It would break you down to small pieces so you could build it back up with the belief that you can do it again and again. This is the version you are right now. It's strong enough for you to step into your calling. And the version of you 5 years ago was not ready. The version last year was not aligned. The version of you 6 months ago didn't know what you know now. This version right here, right now. This is the one. This is the one that can carry that dream. This is why you went through all you went through. You know, all you got to do is believe, and you're halfway there. Life is not waiting to pull the rug out from underneath you. Life is waiting for you to learn to build the strength through all the experience. Life is waiting for you to show up. And how do you know you can't make it? A feeling is just a feeling. A thought is just a thought. In fact, our brains are designed to protect us by keeping us small. The whole history of our species survival all counted on the fact that we are hyper vigilant to threat. And we carry this through the mere existence phases into what's going on now. So this is all instinctual. But the difference between us as a species now and us as a species umpteen thousands of years ago or hundreds of thousands of years ago is our brains have become bigger. Our cognition has become stronger. We don't have to fall into instinct. We don't have to fall into the hypervigilant for threat. We can overcome it. So how do you know you can't make it? You don't. So let me ask you something soft but powerful. How do you know you can't make it this time? And the truth is you don't. And you can't because you've never been this version of yourself before. You are judging yourself based on old versions of you. Versions that didn't have the strength or the clarity or the wisdom or the self-awareness you have today. You're literally becoming somebody new every day. Minute, slow, bit by bit, but you're becoming somebody new every day. And it builds up. So the truth is your possibilities are new too. You're not limited to where you were before. Not anymore. Because you're not that person. It's okay to be afraid. It's okay to not know. But get out and do it anyway. Question the doubt. Question the fear. It's okay to feel like you're not ready, but the truth is, Being ready is not a feeling. It's a decision. It's a decision you make every day. Choosing to rise is a choice. It doesn't just happen. And if you have to lie on your back for a little while and rest, then do it. But I get the strong suspicion that the version of you today is not going to be satisfied lying on your back anymore. Because now, you know more about what doesn't work. You know more about what worked, what didn't work, what to focus on, what to not place so much focus on. You're coming from a different place. You're not the person you were yesterday. You're not the person you were last week. You're not the person you were 6 months ago, a year ago, 5 years ago. And that is an incredibly powerful thing. So don't listen to the instinctual hypervigilance to threat anymore. Focus on possibility. Focus on the new level you're at. Focus on your ability to stand up one more time. So today, if doubt whispers, or when fear tries to shrink you, or when old insecurities try to drag you back, simply remember this. Maybe you write this somewhere where you can see it every day. You have never been this version of you before. And this version has been forged through difficulty, through getting up one more time, through all the nights of pain. Every time you got up and you got back out there, this version's ready. And you know what? You're allowed to believe in yourself. You're allowed to rise up. You're allowed to step into the life that's been calling your name. You're allowed to break the cycle. You're allowed to step into the dream. Thank you for spending some time with me again. Thank you for considering growth, for becoming who you are. Keep on realizing that you're not the version of yourself that you used to be. And most of all, keep on building your own inner advocate.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Your Inner Advocate, a podcast by Kim and Peterson, formerly Conversations with Kimmin. If you found value in today's episode, please follow, like, and share the podcast with someone who you think may benefit from it. You can listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean, and connect on Instagram at your_inner_advocate. Until next time, keep listening to and developing your inner advocate.